Yes, Shaun, England. After the political stuff. Sorry about that. Yeah. My name's Shaun, England. Usually gets a moment of silence. It's fine. I actually looked up the origins of my last name recently, and it's not that English. Yeah, it's actually an anglicised word from the Viking settlers, England, and it means to live by a river. Yeah, who knew England was more start the boats, you know? Someone should probably tell someone. Probably too late anyway. But actually, I'm not called England though, because that's where I was conceived, like Brooklyn Beckham. Yeah, I was told I was conceived in the south of France, in Nice. Some say it's nice. Guess you had to be there. Turns out some Englands like to live up by the Riviera, but we're a close family. I actually live by the river these days in Chiswick, by the Thames, which is really nice. When your favourite colour is brown. You know? Sort of explains why everyone walks around like they love the smell of their own poodle. And fun fact, Chiswick is short for Chihuahua sick. Get a real dog. I actually met someone in Chiswick recently and started seeing someone. Yeah, not a therapist this time. I was single for a while, you know. I thought about at one point trying out one of these AI relationships. But my previous partner was BI. And that didn't end well, you know. It's not you, it's me and Annie. But that's fine. It was probably for the best. I mean, she could have been a 10, but she had some interesting views on 9/11, you know. We would often go out for drinks and things would get a little out of hand, and she'd say things like, "I am the night." And not in a cool way like Batman, you know. And, she sort of fancies herself as a bit of a Dua Lipa, always abroad, always on holiday. It would leave me feeling very insecure and messaging her like I was Duolingo. Yeah, this is probably for the best. I sort of worked on myself since then as well, completed all the self-help books. Ego is the Enemy, Atomic Habit, The Philosopher's Stone. Yeah. Even went to a book club at one point, which was really nice, but it was basically what I would imagine an asexual orgy to be like. And rather embarrassingly, I was the only one who didn't finish. So, yeah. Well, completed all the self-help books, didn't even buy some of them. One of my exes bought me the book, The Courage to be Disliked. Which was nice. And I never bought her an orchid, you know, which blossoms every year, even when the love is dead. Accidentally want to break up, that's fine. I do still enjoy all the self-help books, but I think one of the problems with becoming more self-aware is that you start to notice people and how much they talk about Arsenal. Yeah, I prefer everyone else to do all the talking, you know. That's why I prefer the international football tournaments, and all the clapping and the singing of my last name. Everybody screaming, "Come on, England," you know. Anyone else looking forward to the World Cup? Okay. Oh, good, thank God, not just me then. But no, I say one of the nicest things about being in a calm relationship again is just watching things together. I do enjoy my movies. We were watching Inception the other night, although I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, Leonardo DiCaprio was in an age-appropriate relationship. And I was still in a relationship, so I may still be dreaming, I don't know. We tried to watch Wuthering Heights, which we basically switched off because it was basically porn. To be fair, though, we did sort of watch it on the dodgy stick, and it was recorded from someone's lap. Sort of like a passionate buffering. But I work in the world of film and TV. I used to work at the BBC, but I had to leave because I hate kids. A little bit, yeah. It was a good time at the BBC. We used to have a code word for someone who we thought might be in a scandal at the BBC. We used to call them a Mr. Blobby. Because they were loved by the public, but you did not know what was going on inside. You know? As a 90s kid as well, I still think about Mr. Blobby quite a lot. Yeah, I sort of realised he was my first trauma. Yeah. I like to think that Mr. Blobby's been sent from the future to warn us about the effects of vaping. Because he looks like a giant popcorn lung. Sort of a children's The Last of Us, you know. Of course, Mr. Blobby never stuck around too long. I mean, who wants to date a giant rubber, I suppose? I'd often wonder if, that's why Mr. Blobby always screamed his name, because he was worried about his legacy because he couldn't have kids. I'm probably a little bit jealous, because if I start screaming my name, it's a rally. And sometimes when I go near rubber, people call me Johnny English. Anyway, you've been lovely. I've been Shaun, England. Good night.